Golly. That big crankbait. I don't know how big he is, Matt, but he's pulling. He's in the grass. I'm gonna have grass and bass here both in a minute. A lot of bass and a lot of grass. Yep, he's gonna have time. Oh, it's a big fish. He's a nice fish. Fishing today with my buddy Matt Arey, who's on our shell fishing team. He fishes for Pennzoil Marine. And that's a good way to start right there. We're fishing southern Oklahoma. Well, look how he's hooked. He's hooked out on the sides while he's pulling so hard. He's pulling so hard because he's big, too. We don't know what we're going to catch him on. We might fish some worms, spinnerbait, jerk baits. But I know that we're going to catch at least one on that deep smoothie, that American Original deep smoothie. That's a good color right there. If you're kind of wondering what color to throw something that's like some sort of shad or chartreuse. Fluorescent yellow never hurts to throw fluorescent yellow no matter what. That deep smoothie made right here in America is a dandy. That bass made right here in America is a dandy. That's what I call good sugar booger right there. Go back for seconds. All right, Matt. Well, look how high this grass is. Have we ever fished this when this grass is high? You know what the deal is, it's that fertilizer. There he is. Oh, that's a good one there. Boy, I hit that grass and stopped it. He feels like a pretty good fish.
He's nice. Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, he feels good. Oh, yeah. Well, he's barely hooked. Whole bait sticking out of his mouth. No, he's not nearly as big as I thought he was. He'll work. I think he's got both sets of trebles in him. Yeah,
he's hooked good.
I believe he does. Come here, baby doll. Oh, yeah. He had one just in there. The only one. He only had one hook in him, but it's right where it ought to be. Pretty fish. Look how healthy that fish is. We have just got a gorgeous fall day out here. It's late September, and this time of the year, you know, the normal high is about 85 degrees here in southern Oklahoma, but it's about 75 right now because it's cloud cover, a little south breeze. You could not ask for a prettier day. This is a day that if you're in the office working and you go to lunch, you say, call your boss and say, I'm sick. Man, I don't know, it must be something I had for lunch. I can't come back to work. And I look and see your boat coming up to the boat ramp. This is that kind of day. The only thing that would make it better if it was in the springtime. Oh, you got him? That's a good fish.
Yeah, it's a start. We got to break the ice somewhere.
Caught him on that sneaky Pete worm?
No, it was on the stick.
That pow stick. Yeah, pow stick. Oh, yeah. A pow stick with a sinker on it, a little small sinker on it.
Not as big as Jimmy's, but it is his show, so we'll let him get a start that way.
Are you being nice to me, Matt?
But it's beautiful.
Are you being nice to me, Matt?
You know what it was?
Hey.
You know what it was? It was them lucky socks.
They're laying right on the edge of that grass. That grass drops really sharp. I'm still off of it here, and I'm 15 feet deep. There's one right there over the grass. Ooh, that's a nice fish. Ooh, that's a nice fish. Oh. Come here, baby doll. Woo-hoo-hoo. Boy, they are strong, Matthew. Ah!
That's a big fish.
That's a nice one. Oh,
that's a big
look at that
fish.
Woo! Oh! Thank you very much. Professional fishermen, most of the time when they're fishing, and Matt actually taught me this trick. Matt, I don't remember if it was Matt that taught me this trick or if it was my other partner, Scott, but professional fishermen, when we're out here fishing, we get those big fish, we get a jump or two out of them, and we get them up here, and we just get, we kind of, it's almost like pushing a release button on the reel, and we let them get off right at the boat in order to, so we can catch them again during the tournament. And say, was you the one that taught me that, Matt?
Yeah, you don't ever want to catch them till it really counts. You know, we just want to find them. We just want to locate them.
We found that one. We didn't.
And that's much better for the fish.
Oh yeah, it's much better
for the fish.
Plus, he doesn't have to kiss me.
That's right. Maybe she knew that.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh man,
that's a good one. I didn't do nothing to set the hook on him so far.
Oh, he's hooked in the back.
He's hooked in the back or something. He's hooked in the tail. That's a good bait. If they don't bite it, it'll bite them.
No, he's in the mouth.
He's a pretty good fish. He's hooked in the mouth.
One. Yeah, it is a good one.
He's just a good fish. He's not a giant, but he's pretty good size, by golly. Come here, guy. Come here, guy. Oh, that's a big fish.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He was pulling that way. He's over there saying, what are they talking? But he is pulling sideways. He does have that to do. Ah, look at that, sports fans.
Well, that's a pretty one.
Look at that. Here, shoot me a picture of this, Matt. Shoot me a picture of this.
Oh, God, Ray, what's your rod?
I'm hooked up. I'm still hooked up
Did
to
I
it.
do that or did you do that?
You did that.
Yeah, blame it on me. All right, 1, 2. All right.
Perfect. That's a big fish. That's the biggest one I've caught all day.
That's a good one.
That is the biggest one I've
It's
caught all day.
almost as big as my biggest one.
Almost as big as your biggest one. Listen to that. His memory's not very good, is it? Oh, that's a big fish.
That's a good one.
I knew he's a hog. When you said he's hooked in the tail, I thought,
There we go.
Got
Oh,
him.
that might be a good one.
Deep grass.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a big fish. That's a big fish. We're 18 foot deep. We're 18 foot deep right now, and there's no grass. So the grass is right in front of us.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, look at that fish.
Oh, man.
That's what it's about right there, Matt.
Absolutely.
That's what it's about right there, buddy. Woo. I didn't hear you go, pow.
Not yet.
Not yet. You
Don't
haven't got him
wanna
in your
jinx
head
it.
yet. Now,
Pow!
pow.
Oh, look down in this sucker's throat right
What's he
there.
got in his
Oh,
throat?
that's a pretty fish. There's a whole crawfish now.
Oh, my goodness.
And I mean, it's a pretty crawfish.
I mean, a big old crawfish.
Bright red.
Big old bright red crawfish.
About the color of my shirt.
Might ought to put on bright red crankbait. What do you think?
Yeah,
It's
I always say match the hatch.
Yeah.
Boy,
Yeah,
that's a pretty fish.
A
I'd
bright
say,
red crankbait might be even better than this chartreuse one.
what do you give me on that one, Jimmy?
What do you think he is?
I think it's a 6 1/4.
Oh, you crazy. He's only 6'3".
Like 6 or 6 foot. Okay, so I'll take minus an ounce.
We'll
Man,
take
that's a pretty
6'3".
fish.
Take 6'3".
Back to catch another day. Crawfish pouring out of its mouth when I released it.
One of the things that you really want to look for in the late fall is, you know, we all know that points are good no matter what those points are made of. Points of land, points of timber, points of creek lines that point out and make a point. And but if you've got a lake that's got grass in it, like this lake right here has got moss in it, you want to try to find where a point of grass comes out. And you got him, Matt? That's a nice fish right there. Not one of those giants, but
No.
a pretty doggone good fish.
But mean.
He'll be a giant one of these days. You give him some sugar and turn him back. Tell him to come back and see
Give
you
him some
someday.
sugar. Oh, he's gonna jump in the boat.
That's all right. That's where we want him.
Come here, sweetie.
We're off of the grass right now. We're totally off of it.
That
But if
one
you
come
can
off
hit
that
up
little
there
bit of-
close to that edge.
Yeah,
yep,
it was off that little point
yep,
of grass back
that's a
there.
good fish.
Okay.
Got another bite. Oh, same thing in that little corner right there. That might be a big fish
What
there,
have you
Matt.
got?
I don't know. He might be hooked in the tail.
Good one.
Good one. Good one. This is a good way to break a rod, Jimmy.
Boat flipping 5-pounders on a crankbait.
Good way to
nonetheless.
see. You see how he pulled? He's like that one big one I caught earlier. He's hooked outside the mouth on the very end of that deep smoothie, the very end of it. Oh man, that's a pretty fish. That is a gorgeous 5.5 pound fish. What did that one of Matt's weigh? That one of Matt's weighed like. One of Matt's weighed like.
What was that one?
That one of Matt's weighed like 6'2". Golly, that bass is. No, his weighed 6'3", didn't it? That bass is. What do you think, Matt? 6'5"?
Well, I know it's getting ready to come. I'll give you that.
Matt's daddy taught him to respect his elders.
That's right.
Goodbye, baby doll.
I was trying to steal his hole when the boat was
I
turning
noticed you
around.
make 8 or 10 throws in there.
And I still didn't catch one.
The boat was drifting away.
Look at
There's
that.
another one.
Look.
There's another one. That's a good one.
Another big one, huh?
That's a good one. Oh, yeah, it's a big one. Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
My gosh, that's a big one. My gosh. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. Oh, looky there. Don't think we boat flip pissing. What do you think?
I wouldn't try it. Oh!
I tell you what, let's just go ahead and turn him loose.
Yeah, that's what we were
we
talking
got all we
about.
wanted out of it.
That's what we do, remember?
Woo. I was going to turn him loose anyway. Hey, when you're on them like Matt and I are on them today, you don't even worry about that. Uh-oh, Matt's
Look.
hooked up.
While the boat was turning around, I had to fire one up there.
I'm going to get back in my hole
Oh,
myself.
that's a good one, too.
How big is that one?
Maybe 4-pounder.
Oh, my goodness.
No,
Maybe bigger than,
wait, what was your last one?
maybe bigger than 4 pounds. Oh, I think that weighs 6'6".
Yeah,
Right.
God, man.
Oh, that's a good fish.
Pretty fish, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Come here.
That's the one I just turned. No,
Oh, yeah,
he's
that's a
smaller
good
than the
one.
one I just turned loose.
Hit him right in the top of the mouth, right where you're supposed to get him.
As long as you got him in
How
the
big,
mouth, it
Jimmy?
don't matter if it's the top side or outside.
He's not looking at me.
Isn't he pretty?
He don't want to look at my fish.
Oh, it's a beautiful fish, Matt. It's a
Hey.
gorgeous fish.
I need a little reinsurance.
What a little
Reinsurance,
spot
you're
right
kicking my
there.
tail so bad.
What a little spot. Come off. I make.
I'd say that's a good sign. He's still on there.
I think he's still on there. What do you think?
That's an old good one, dude.
I think he's still on there. Come here, baby doll.
Got it sideways,
Come
didn't
here,
he?
sugar bear. I think he is still on there. Boy, he's got that deep smoothie deep in his mouth. Deep smooth down in his mouth. He tried to
got
jump
him,
up.
Jimmy?
He tried to jump up and hook it in my lip. Oh, one of the hooks come loose. Perfect. Ah, looky there. Will you looky there?
Baby.
Nice fish. Wow.
It's about a 6'1".
He's about right, about a 6'1". Ah, man, what a beauty. What a beauty. Wow, look at there, Matt. That's a dandy, isn't
That's
it?
a pretty one. That's a beautiful fish.
Yeah. Boy, that's fishing right there. I don't care what anybody says. That is fishing when you can go out and catch one like that. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. You know, I've been kissing fish for 1,000 years. That's what you ought to be kissing right there. But if you kiss a crankbait, I'm gonna give you a little Jimmy Houston tip. Don't kiss the bottom. Kiss the top.
Oh, baby. Pulling hard.
How big is that?
He's
He
coming
made a
towards
big
you
bull.
as fast as he can go.
I don't know how big he is. He sure thinks he's a big. It's out.
He thinks he's
I
real
think he's
big.
a pretty good fish.
Is it?
Oh yeah, it's a good fish. Oh yeah, it's a good
Nice
fish. Good fish. Good fish. They're laying in that grass, and you know, as the sun's got
They
up,
are.
and even though the sun's not out, I think some of them are getting down in that grass a little bit more, don't you?
Yep, absolutely.
I don't think they're quite as out on the outside of that grass as they were. Doesn't
Barely
seem
hooked.
like. I think that it's, you know, they're getting
Fat,
down in
pretty
it a little
fish.
bit more, and probably have to get your bait a little bit closer to them to get a bite.
Some of the prettiest fish I think I've ever seen.
Aren't
they
they
got
pretty?
a pretty gold color to them.
Aren't they pretty?
Some lucky socks. I'm telling you, some lucky socks.
That's it. The lucky socks.
Got my worm.
I have some lucky Quaker State socks like that. I think they're gorgeous socks.
Had?
I have. So,
Oh, you have?
yeah, you didn't steal my socks, did you?
Well, that's yet to be determined.
I love them. I love them.
Oh, got him.
Two, I got one too.
We're doubling up.
Mine's either little or he come off. Yeah, mine come off. Mine was
Not a
small
big one.
though. Not quite as big as you thought he was when you hit him, is he?
He's down in that grass. I thought it was a
Yeah,
big one.
yeah.
He's gonna put on a show, isn't he?
They're all putting on a show. They're the stars of the show for sure when you go fishing.
They are.
Not the fishermen, the fish.
Well, I'm going through those sticks.
Happen to have a few.
That's good because we're getting towards the end of the day, and I think I got one or two more.
That ought to be one or two more bass. Golly! We knew we were getting close, didn't we, Matt?
Yes, sir.
That's a big one too.
That is. That looks like a
That's
big
a big one. He's a heavy fish. He is a heavy fish. Since little grass right here, he's heavy. Oh man. Look at this.
Oh,
Oh yeah, he's a good one. Boy, yeah, they're so strong. Jeez, they're strong. He's not as big as some of them we caught, but he's still a big
you'd
one.
have thought he was. The way he's pulling.
Yeah, he was pulling like crazy. He's pretty good size. Over here in this boat.
There he goes, boat flipping biggins again.
It's harder for me to get up and down, so I just get up here in a boat and all I gotta do is bend over. I get up and down just fine. It's just not as easy to do as it used to be. Boy, it's a pretty fish, isn't it? Isn't that gorgeous? Matt and I have had a really fantastic day out here. First, God gave us a day that's unbelievable. The sun peeked through for about 2 minutes. It's trying to peek through again up there right now, but it's been cloudy. The wind's like 5 to 10 miles an hour out of the south, which is when the wind's out of the south, it blows the bait in the fish's mouth. And using that American Original Deep Smoothie and that Lucky Strike pow stick, we have had quite a day out here. Everybody likes to fish grass. The reason you like to fish grass is that bass love grass. So if you've got a lake that's got coontail moss, milfoil, hydrilla, any kind of grass in it, you're going to be able to catch some fish out of that grass if you can find the right places. And by the way, you're looking for little differences in the grass. It might be a little point that sticks out a little bit further away. It might be an indentation in the grass. You're looking for something that's different. The straight lines, they'll get on the straight lines, but where they will congregate up in the grass will be where you have a straight line and then something happens. Either cuts in or it cuts out and forms a point. That's where you're going to look for them. Now you can catch them on about anything in the grass. Spinner baits, crankbaits, topwater, buzz baits, about anything. I like to use really big deep diving crankbaits in the grass. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, Jimmy, you got a crankbait there. This is an American Original Deep Smoothie. You got a crankbait there that's going to run 10 foot deep and you're going to use it in the grass. Exactly right. Here's the secret. You want to use this tip of it that causes it to go deep, the bill of the bait. You want to use that bait as a feel bait. You want to be able to feel it hit the top of the grass. When you're winding, pay real strict attention. You're feeling it wobble. As soon as you feel it hit the top of the grass, pause. Just pause a little bit and let it float back up. As it starts to float back up and it loses contact with that grass, pull it again. And while doing that, your hooks are going to fold back against the bait, just like that right there. So they're not going to get hung up. And you don't want the hooks to hit in the grass, you just want the tip. And then as you pull it, now these grass, we've got high spots and low spots. Sometimes a big old tough up and then it falls off maybe 3 or 4 feet. As you hit that grass that floats up and you pull off the other side of it, you might be able to pull it down another foot, 2 foot, 2.5 foot deep. Keep pulling until you hit the grass again. Once you hit that grass again, same thing. Just pause, let it float up a little bit. If you're hitting grass pretty steady, in other words, you got a pretty steady level part of it, and you're hitting, slow down. Hit the grass, slow, slow, slow. If you do happen to get a wad of grass tangled up on there, give a really hard rip with your rod tip, rip it out. You'll feel it when it rips out. The way you'll know that there's no more grass on the bait is it'll come out and you'll feel it start wiggling again. When it starts wiggling again, now you've got it free. Pause right there. Usually when you pause right there, pow, you're going to get a big bass.